Hello again, everybody. We're going to be seeing two teams right now that do have Delphox, but Delphox will not be the focus of this, as in, like, we're not just going to only look at Delphox or something. Sometimes after a character releases, we'll do, like, a focus commentary where the camera's only on that one Pokemon, but this is not the case. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you can see, of course, mostly Japanese names right here, it looks like, so clearly that's what we're looking at as we all get prepared for that ready go. I am Dr. Kendo, the father of the Unite casting scene. Feel free to subscribe if you like this kind of thing, esports commentary, but we're going to notice, of course, central area is going to be actually this Finnegan right here. Sometimes you can run top lane like that. It just sort of depends. Usually if you're communicating with the rest of your team, right? But we also do see Espeon right now, and we are actually going to be, the other thing is going to be the 2-1-2. So I'm sure some people have been noticing this lately. I've usually been noticing it out of Asia Pac. Maybe some of the players, just like this, we're just seeing it a little bit more, It was often for so long that 1-1-3 typical meta for NA, EU especially. But anyway, we're going to see some early dunks here. When we're looking at a score of 18-19, hey, we're only a minute down approximately, so it's not a huge deal, but hey, at least it's just worth pointing out. It's like pretty close at least. And so Espeon joined by now Blissey right here, so that's going to be wonderful. The only concern, I guess, for our purple team and maybe our orange squad especially, and we're a little bit heavier on orange squad to this point, but that we have the Charmanders on each team, and so obviously that'll be a little bit longer of a path for evolution, just to reach your full potential, evolving at level 9. That's going to be a big thing, but also that orange squad having the Bulbasaur. And viewers at home, we do have that Combi and Vespiquen here served up on a silver platter, but you notice Zarina going down kind of early. It's not the end of the world, but you are missing out on some of that sweet experience that comes in right about now. Obviously a little bit of pressure on that top path, and that's where everybody seems to have gathered for at least the majority of the players, we should say. We got that next Audino down right now. Purple sort of having the zoning on that, but they are obviously making it the priority to hit the players. Let's not hit the wild farm just yet. Make sure that those player control people, the squads are out of there, and so orange obviously maybe wants to put pressure of their own on that, and so purple will walk away with it though, and this is just a little bit devastating, at least there on that top path, because you got a pretty nice Lucario and Charmeleon there holding the fort down, I would say, for that top. Now notice, of course, we do have breaks in on the map, and that will be for both squads, so luckily they are kind of keeping toe-to-toe at least as it stands, but we are seeing level 6 over there for purple, so this is nice. Gonna bring us up to Delphox there. So ladies and gentlemen, 750 right now, and the action is sort of all over the map. It's made it actually a little bit hard to keep the Spectator. I'm trying to keep organized right here. Zarina, I'm not sure. I think they were looking to pick up some points, but this might actually cost them. When you're trying to grab that Eos energy, don't make it cost your life, right? And aside from that, it didn't really look like there were any other objectives or anything, so maybe not the best. And this has also been something perhaps devastating to note. We do have a little Charmander here. What? On the top path, Charmander actually going down. I was going to say, really needing that XP. It would really have been nice to pull down that Charmeleon right there, possibly bring us not only up to level 5, but just get that Charmeleon out of there, who has obviously been probably looking to snowball this right now. So Delphox looking to try it, but no, it looks like this Lucario with that backup on orange, but the fire spin, my friends, that vortex of fire right there will definitely get the job done in this particular case, which is nice because we do have the objectives, but obviously no one has rotated for Dread on this team. Neither team having the Hoopa, of course, so you're not going to see the hyperspace holes on the goals. This is rather just a random team that I'm spectating. Obviously, I don't know either squad's players. I don't know any of the players, we should say. That's not very common for around here. Usually I'm looking at people, of course, that we know pretty well, or we've at least seen before. So, Orange Squad going to be hitting this Dreadnought. Looks like they pretty much have the zoning because only Delphox could try to come in and steal for purple, but just too late and will actually be KO'd. So, Lucario going to bring them down, and that'll help bottom either make the push or do what some of these players did, which obviously you could see on orange on the mini-map. They have gone, made the TP back to base, and then some of them just sort of seem to be splitting. So I'm pretty sure we're not looking at 5 stacks, you guys. I'm pretty sure we're not looking at people who are communicating with each other because they're just sort of all over the place on both of these squads, I would say. Maybe Lucario and the now Charizard having some synergy on the top lane, but again, that could just be non-communicative, but skill thrown in there just for them. And so Ivysaur needs to get this evolution maybe, so that's what we're going to be looking forward to, hopefully in a little bit here. And the same is obviously going to go for our unfortunate purple Charmeleon now, who did have a lot of bad luck as that Charmander, but going to go ahead and take out this Combi, the Vespiquen. You're going to see an evolution of Venusaur coming up right there, and then the brutal KOs against that Delphox. Again, purple, you're not having a lot of luck there with the KOs, but you are ahead in score, so at 157 to 101, you're still not comfortable, but at least you got that lead. Pretty sure we confirmed Zarina stomp right there earlier, but I know it's just looking like Zarina was waiting for this to happen. But notice obviously who was waiting in that tall grass with them. Lucario once again coming out out of nowhere. They were playing that sneak and did so wonderfully. There's going to be the stomp trying to get that KO, but no. Top path right here for Orange Squad is on lockdown. They got this block locked up, ladies and gentlemen, because you are just seeing that devastation. I mean, there's the seismic slam, bringing down Delphox again from Purple. Like we say, this has been quite the unfortunate series of events for Purple, and I was going to say the score really did favor them, but you're obviously seeing these major dunks right here. That's not only going to bring the gap closer here for the score, but also put it in Orange's favor, and then Blissy's just going to fall. I'm not so sure about that, like what the thinking was right there. You know, I never like to be too negative on people, but man, this Purple squad sometimes has just been sort of overextending with their positioning and really not positioned well for obviously dropping many times. And so while we made note of the score so much already in this game, we're now kind of past that midway point. You know, we got 4:30 on the clock approximately, and so when you look at it, let's just look at holistically the picture maybe, is that Orange is probably trying to set themselves up a little bit better for this late game. And like we said, these are probably not 5 stacks, right? And so we're actually going to see some fanciful fireworks. That's giving that Unite by name, we could say, for Delphox right now. Does have a pretty big area of effect, but you're noticing, of course, obviously, Orange having all sorts of Unites on their own, right? The Verdant Anger went down. I think we saw the Psychic Solaire, right? Because Espeon definitely, we saw the Aura in here, and there it goes once again, the fanciful fireworks, but followed by a seismic slam for Orange, so they are going to bring down this Delphox. This is just pain. I mean, we are seeing people drop on either side, of course, but the question is, did you believe it to look like this, basically? So wonderful job from Charizard on Orange. Looks like they're sort of bringing this up and heading the pack, so obviously at that level 12. We got a lot of full pockets on Orange as well for this stage of the match. Now we could be getting close to that 50. See some Hundo Duncan coming up in the late game during that final stretch, but right now Rotom seems to be where we got our eyes on the prize, right? Because that Zarina, go ahead and secure this for Purple. Purple is starting to lose that momentum. They had maybe a little bit of that lead first off, but not so much here as the match has been advancing, right? And so we do have the pings. It looks like everybody's trying to head to that direction on Purple, so at least a little bit of communication in some ways, but the FF down once again. That's the fanciful fireworks, and that will just be another unfortunate advance from Purple being brought back by Orange. Unfortunately, at this point, as the commentator, as the spectator not seeing this previously, that seems to be par for the course, right? Because Orange has done this many times for us, and so now they do actually have a level advantage of at least 1, sometimes 2 in certain cases. It obviously depends on who we're looking at, and this Delphox once again caught off guard right here. Purple, you had to have known this, right? Some of these Purple players are just, they keep on advancing in. Sometimes they're alone, sometimes they're all together, but it's just usually not having that positioning like they should. And so at this point, I don't know what to say except for that I hope that you have a really good final stretch game, right? I think that's what we got to look to, because Purple, certainly I think either of these teams could win without the final stretch if they just both weren't involved in it, but you know that one of them is going to get it, right? Because we're already seeing that positioning from Orange, for example, and Purple at least trying to make something happen here. You know, we're going to farm up a little bit and then prepare ourselves hopefully for that Zapdos. Yeah, Purple's trying to get it. They're all in the choke right here except for that Charizard player. So yeah, this will go ahead and confirm that. But again, you know, it's like because the score is so close, if neither team went for it, it could be literally just a dunk away. And so certainly it looks like they are trying to put pressure on that tall grass though. You know, that's a good strategy, I would say. If you have the time and the place for it, you can get your move on cooldown maybe and be okay. You know, you hit that tall grass in case someone's hiding out in there, but it looks like Charizard brought down very early for that Purple squad, so Orange is going to have the positioning now, but no, Delphox is out of there, and then Espeon brought down right here for Purple, so this is going to be tough because there is the slugfest. People dropping on both teams right now, but there's that KO streak of 3. Wonderful job, Delphox. So we're now going to see the Bliss assistance right here. A lot of the Unite moves have already popped, but some of them still left, and so right now, Purple poised for this fight. They're going to need it. They're down just by a few, but clearly nobody tried for the back cap or anything like that. Most of Orange brought down, but Greninja going to try to test. You have to wonder if Greninja maybe had some time to just wait for 1 or 2 more people. It would be a tough call though, because you can see now as the other 2 are coming in here for Orange Squad, it's the catch-22, right? Because if they would have waited, they may not have been able to get the jump on them, but of course they needed a little bit more support right there because Purple was obviously able to bring down a solo Orange trying to test, because there we go, the Zapdos Hundo Duncan. Unite runs on Hundo Duncan. So with all point values doubled in the final stretch, you're gonna see that Hundo Duncan right here and another Hundo Duncan setup, but no Venusaur actually going to be interrupted, so that will not be a 100 points here for Orange. Definitely could be useful though, so we're going to have to see just what can they make of this, and it's really going to be tough. This will be a tall order being that there's only 40 seconds left in this match. They are going to need a lot of their Orange players, but obviously Purple trying to foresee that and see which goal they're going for, but being pushed on the run, so this could be nice. Orange needs to make a comeback. Let's see if we can get somebody somebody with that 100. And there's a lot of interruption going on, so purple, to their credit, is also just using that jump pad. They're going to super jump on over, and wow, actually push orange back right there. A few orange trying to make the push on the top, but certainly not enough. You know, you don't have the numbers up there. Clearly, purple had the numbers on the bottom right here, because you are going to see a full team wipe against orange. So purple squad looking poised to take this victory now, because that is going to be our 3, 2, 1 on the countdown. Time is up, ladies and gentlemen. And so with that score breakdown, I think you guys know who the winner is, but really it wasn't a sure thing until that very end. So that's 366 in the favor of purple right here to 182 for that orange squad. So you're going to see that there was 2 of those 100 points dunked in after that. Zapdos really did push purple over the edge. Like we said, it was a close game up until then. Neither team especially dominant for the entirety of the match. You know, it kind of just was trading off back and forth. Am I right? Or am I right? Please feel free to click an end screen on screen coming up here. Catch another one, and thanks for viewing.